Welcome back to Dust, an Elysian tale, where we will now travel to the Dawn Basin, where we shall find the moonblood camp in the middle of volcanoes, and, we'll probably meet General Gaius there. So yeah, looking forward to that. Chapter 5, Legend. Oh boy. So, we immediately get to the moonblood camp? Okay.
Halt! Who goes? Oh, it's you. Apologies, Miss Roderick. Please, enter.
You can call me Dust.
We welcome your presence, En Mithrarin. Preparations for war are nearly complete.
So, were those warriors everything? That was the army. Oh boy.
Surely you have more soldiers than this.
General Gaius is nothing if not thorough. His forces have exterminated most moonbloods from this land. We are all that's left.
Then you can't fight. You can't fight then, you should run. If you fight, you would... If you fight and you lost, then it's not even that you gave your people time to run, you're already gone.
How do you expect to win with so few soldiers?
We cannot. That's why we created Sen Mithrarin. You, Dust, will turn the tide.
Well, no pressure or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Lovely.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be safe here, right? For now.
Does General Gaius know of this place?
I fear he does now.
What? How?
One of our own has been keeping an eye on you since your travels began. A merchant, Sereth.
Yeah, I met him a couple times.
Aha! I knew that creepy merchant was one of you guys.
How did a moonblood operate so freely in the wildlands?
Keeping himself hidden. As a merchant.
He is a smart businessman. Deals in all the right places. Gaius' soldiers turn their gaze from him in exchange for free goods. However, no amount of bribery could cover up that Sereth was helping you to find us.
And that's how Gaius found out. How much time do you think we have to prepare?
Not long, I'm afraid. The whole purpose of Gaius' campaign is to wipe us from the face of this world. Once he knows of our final stronghold, he will send everything he has and destroy us.
Well, it's good that I already prepared then. And this way of the flameless light, this magic without magic, which just makes no sense. Can you explain it in a way that does make sense?
I see all sorts of lamps here, but no fire. Is this the way of the flameless light?
It is, yes. In ancient times, the Moonbloods went by another name. We lived in a great society called the Sintak, and we wielded the knowledge to follow the way of the flameless light.
Settle in, Dust. This could take a while.
Fair enough, we have a while.
We Sintak harnessed a power unlike any this world had ever seen. We built elaborate contraptions like these lamps, capable of piercing the darkness without so much as a spark.
Could be useful in places with maybe explodey stuff. I might have said that we have time. Well, Gaius is approaching, so maybe not too much time.
Well, obviously something went wrong because we still have to build a fire every time Dust pulls out his map.
Unfortunately, the ancient tomes do not say how the Sintuk fell, and that knowledge has been lost. Perhaps intentionally. All we know is that our kind were made as outcasts, and that has remained true for countless generations. For the longest time, we believed the moonbloods were the only ones left who know of the way of the flameless light. But we were wrong.
Good. That means that we are not in danger of losing that knowledge, at least. It's something.
When General Gaius began his purge, there were stories of their weapons. Stories of elaborate contraptions that seemed to defy the natural world. Weapons that sound identical to those of the Sintuk in the most ancient of tales.
Well, of course he does have the powers.
What kinds of weapons are we talking about?
Arrows made of light. Machines that take to the sky like birds.
Hey, wait.
And we're supposed to fight these things with your lamps.
I think, hope they might have something more powerful planned, although I don't think they're really in a state where they can plan something powerful.
I did not say it would be easy.
Nobody ever does.
I did once, remember?
No?
Yeah, and you were wrong.
You know, the fun part of being very far ahead of you guys and not having every video rendered out means I'm going over all these videos again, so I can probably hopefully see the place where they said it, and if I'm really smart, I'll even remember to maybe put what episode it was in the description. So, what can I do to help?
Well, I'm here now. Is there anything I can do to help?
We are spread rather thin. Our chief engineer, Sonjin, is having trouble with our camp's support systems. Go and speak with him when you can, and I'm sure he will explain further. There is also the matter of our scout, Kier. He has not checked in for many hours, but with our battle preparations, we have not been able to mobilize a proper search party. His patrol takes him east of our camp if you aim to find him.
Well, that was the plan, I think. Hello, Ginger.
Ginger?
Jin? Oh, Dust. It's you.
Yeah, just me. Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Just a lot to think about.
Yeah, about Dust and Jin.
Listen, about Jin.
Yes?
What was he like?
He was very kind. Almost to a fault, really.
Sounds a bit odd for somebody who apparently just wanted to murder somebody. I mean, yes, they killed his family, but would a good person even then go for murder as the solution?
I like him already.
Yes, he had that effect on people. I like to believe it's what made you do all those wonderful things for Aurora and Mudpot.
Oh, I don't know. Because it might have been Jin that had a hand in it, but... Well, if Jin had a hand in it... If I So here's my debate that's going on inside me. If I agree that Jin is part of who I am, then I'm basically saying that I'm just... Well, basically... Jin and Cassius together. That I'm not my own thing, and... Well, I would love to say... Yes, it's... I mean, if it was just talking, then I would say that, yes, Jim had a hand in it, of course, but Well, I also kind of feel like this is very much character development for Dust, and I think Dust is his own person.
Like the Elder said, I may share your brother's soul, but the choices I make are mine alone.
I'm sorry, Dust. I didn't mean to suggest.
No, I'm sorry. I can't imagine the grief you went through in Zeplik, thinking I might have been your brother.
I really like this, I really do. So basically, they do make you make that choice, but it's not like it's then just, no, I'm my own, there's nothing to it. I mean, I really like this. Thank you, Devs, for being really nice.
You do have his eyes. His face. It's so strange. You could really be him.
Well, I guess we can look alike. I mean, I am made partially out of him, I guess.
I suppose I could be. I may not have his memories, but if his soul is guiding me to act as he would, maybe there isn't a difference.
Yes, Dust. Your actions make you who you are.
Then perhaps your brother lives on through mine.
I'd like to think so, Dust. It gives me hope that he didn't die in vain.
I'm sorry things had to turn out this way.
No, you're right. We all choose our own paths. Jin chose his. And looking at you now, looking at the things you've done, I think he made the right choice.
I don't know. I mean, this is one outcome. What if he hadn't? What if he made a life together with you? Just made your life not a living hell. I mean, well, then the world would still have problems, but I don't know.
I think he did too, Ginger.
I'm glad we had this talk, Dust. It makes me feel a lot better, knowing that my brother is helping to save this world. Come back soon?
Hopefully.
Of course. Goodbye for now.
Gideon.
Ah, you've
Sanjin.
arrived just in time, Mithrarin. My name is Sanjin. I'm what you'd call a chief engineer, I suppose the term is.
Let me guess, at this point you're the only engineer left?
The Elder mentioned you needed some help?
Yes, indeed. In the caverns below, we've set up machinery to provide the camp with power and water. Unfortunately, seismic activity has shut down both systems, so we need to get them running once more.
Yeah, having an attack without things like water and, well, power as well, just would make it very hard to sustain.
I have been rather preoccupied handling the battle preparations, so if you could, I would appreciate it if you went down there to examine the generators.
Sure, Sanjin. I'll take a look.
Thank you. You'll need to restart the generator and water pump when you're down there. We'll require both systems to be running if we're going to stand a chance against General Gaius.
Alright, let's get on it then. Oh. Sorry for exploding right in your face again. Well, I've not exploded in your face before, but I have a tendency to do that. Oh, joy. Oh, this is also safe. Yay, lava. Okay, those upgrades do their job very well. Because normally when we get to a new area... Oh boy. Oh, okay. Oh, God. No, 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 no. try to jump up. Alright, at least this will mean no magma pillars. Well, never mind then. Those guys are absolute masterminds, aren't they? Yeah, I'm kind of hesitant to pull that, the water thingy.
Well, this is the water pump. Huh, no wonder it stopped. These vines are growing all over it.
Yeah, that would stop movement, and, well, without movement it's rather hard to create pressure.
I don't want to risk damaging the pump trying to cut those vines. Maybe there's some way we can burn them off?
Should be easy, right? Right.
Alright, that seemed to fix it. Nice work, Fidget.
Ah, stop. You're making me blush.
I could not have done it without you. And yes, that's definitely something I would appreciate it if Sud does sell it to her, because, well, apparently she would really appreciate it if people said it to her more. Apparently she has some, well, I think some self-esteem problems in. Oh. Ah, good quick eyes. Or at least good enough quick eyes. There we go. At the very end of the game, I might actually finally become somewhat competent at the platforming. But let's just keep it at might, because well, saying that is going to prove it untrue, of course. Oh, damn it. Oh. Alrighty then.
Well, there's the generator. Let's see if we can find a way to get it working again.
I sense no energy emanating from the device dust. Perhaps there is a way to return its spark?
Alright, so they definitely want to make me use Fidget.
Well done, Fidget. The camp should now be receiving power.
So do they want to give Fidget a bit of a confidence boost, or is this training for some other mechanics later on? Or?
Honestly, Fidget, where would I be without you?
Probably still be wandering around in the mountains outside of Roar.
Yep.
Wait, what?
What I meant to say was, don't worry about it.
Okay, that's the generator and the water pump back online. Let's return to Sanjin.
But there was also, I think, I thought I saw something up there. No, there was not. Alrighty then. Oh. Anyway. Oh, come on, this is... not a pleasant difficulty. Oh, oh. I did wonder, how do we get up? That's how we get up.
Excellent work, Miss Rarin. Now that the power and water systems are working again, we can hold our ground against Gaius' soldiers. You have saved many lives this day.
That's what we try to do. Okay.
Did you hear something?
Nothing other than lava. Although, it might be magma around here. Depends, are we on top of the... I did hear something. Rocks falling or something, and now I hear very little. Oh. Oh, okay. Sure, I'll take a chest. Magma mantle. Imbued with incredibly strong obsidian and drawn from the volcanic Aridon basin. Which is probably the best armor there is to gain in the game. When does it look like? Oh.
Oh no! Just look!
It's the missing sentry. What happened here?
Ah! Just look out!
Oh. Oh boy. Wait a second. That looked like Dust's armor, not one of Gaius's men. The general's assassins are beginning their push into the camp. Report this news to the elders. Once support systems are back, the war preparations will be complete. They are sending in the assassins. Luckily for me, they are not very well armored like the soldiers were. Damn, they are hard to spot. Scrap legs. Oh, the best part, don't cut your fingers. Alright. Okay, the attack is beginning. Hurry. Alright, there we go. Well, if I was this guy, would just be, yeah, you probably want to hide.
Ginger?
Hello again, Dust.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Just a lot to think about.
I'm sorry, there's still so much to do. You take care.
Yes, you too.
Yeah, I don't think we need to have that talk multiple times. Bad news.
Elder, I'm afraid I have bad news. We found Kier, but he was ambushed by Gaius' soldiers. He didn't stand a chance.
Well, Gaius' assassins to be exact.
Then it has already begun. Dust, we are nearly out of time. Please, help Sunjin get our camp support systems working once again. Without them, we will stand little chance of mounting an effective defense.
It sounds like Sanjin was able to get the pumps and generators working again.
Well, we were.
No doubt thanks to your help. With power and water flowing through our camp once again, we will be better equipped to handle our enemies in battle and properly tend to our wounded. Thank you, Dust. I believe we are as prepared as we possibly could be. With the enemy at our gates, we have no choice but to begin our assault.
Your assault? You're not going to defend?
Our warriors are gathering at the edge of the camp, waiting for you to lead them. Take this yellow resonance gem, Dust. Use it to open the gate.
Thank you, Elder, for everything.
Whatever happens, Sen Mithrarin, know that I am honored to have stood before you. The Moonbloods will follow you unto death. Now go, and Dust, good luck.
Well, let's hope enough of them are alive that... well, they can actually survive an attack. And not just in the way of actually beat them back, but to also have enough of them to, you know, actually have a society afterwards that won't die out or... It's very cute that you're invisible and all, but you are simply not strong enough. Where do you go off to? Alrighty. Let's go into battle.
It seems my secret is out, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It honestly wasn't that much of a secret.
Nope.
So, you were keeping watch on us this whole time?
In a manner of speaking, just making sure you were well supplied for the journey.
Yeah, and I barely bought any supplies.
Well, we appreciate the help.
I am glad, my friend. Anything you need, you just let me know.
Maybe having some food that's not stupidly expensive. More defense, more attack. I think I'm just going for a couple more of this, so...
Your transaction is most appreciated.
Thank you. There! The warriors are gathering!
Ah, Mithrarin. Superb timing. As you can see, our path out of the camp is blocked. Some manner of rock slide. Very unpredictable.
Yes, that happens sometimes when you build your village in a volcanic wasteland.
Anyway, we will need to clear this obstruction before we can exit the camp.
I'll see what I can do.
You really shouldn't do that. Block off all the attack points. And... oh, 2 treasure chests. Oh! A troll chest, quite close to literally. Let's hope this one is a bit better. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of healing items. Oh, and then you get one key. So you just have to hope that you open the right one. Okay. I do not feel like dropping down there is a brilliant plan. Well then, I guess it's our best plan. Oh, balls. Oh, good God. Ow! I was afraid that would happen. No. Yes, you know what I want, don't you? I want that stupid key. Oh. I want that stupid key, but not that much. Oh, boost jump, press space. We're riding in the air current for a massive boost upwards. Awesome. So I guess we're going to be able to test it out now. Oh, that's going to be also useful in a lot of other places, is it not? Hello. Is it going to give a nice health boost? And it seems to use those same wings. Do we need to use that somewhere up there? Oh. No, we've already been through all of this, so... Oh. There we go. Did you really think you could beat me? What on earth gave you that idea? Oh, good God. Some serious platforming going on here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's nice that you're invisible and all, but
Well done! Let us begin our assault. We're right behind you, Sanmith Rarin.
so 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. Oh boy. Oh, good job. Oh, oh those stupid beasts. Alright, level up. Yes, I want more defense. Yep. I can't keep a good track of his attacks. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. So that's the way to take him out. Basically, let Fidget take care of them, and then you finish them off. Holy crap, what the hell is that? Okay, it's not very tough. That's very good to know. as far as I remember, I did kind of completely supercharge Fidget to high hell with one of those trinkets I have. Whoa! Did I just pull a air skip out of the air? Looked like I did. Awesome. Okay, that's the coolest thing to do ever. Oh. No one escapes once I start to juggle you. Oh god. Good god, we're leveling up a lot around at the moment, aren't we? Oh god. Alrighty then. In the next episode, we'll continue this attack. And possibly even confront Gaius. And hopefully take him out. But for some reason I fear that that might be a wee bit difficult. See you then!